A constitutional right has been withheld from a number of women who have reported being turned away from various registration centers for what was deemed inappropriate attire in the last few weeks.
Well, tonight in the special report, Charisma Robinson tells us what has been done to address the matter.
This young lady is not registered to vote, but is doing so for the purpose of our investigation. The young lady is a Bahamian citizen who falls in the age bracket of 26 to 30. She is in possession of her Bahamian passport, which is the primary document required for voter registration. She also fits the description, though, of women who have been turned away recently while attempting to register because of their so-called inappropriate attire. Our decoy is wearing a basic sleeveless top. In an interview with Parliamentary Commissioner Sherlyn Hall, he outlined a number of requirements that are in black and white to register to vote. However, attire is not one of them.
And where does attire fall in under those requirements?
Attire?
Attire in terms of how you are to appear when you come to register to vote.
Well, the Parliamentary Elections Act is silent on the attire, but as you know, because it's an official document, when you go to the passport office, you do your address appropriately, so they take an official photograph to go on your passport. The same protocol the passport office uses, parliamentary department uses. You ought to come properly attired.
To put an end to the so-called hullabaloo and commotion, the commissioner issued this directive to his revising officers on January 9th. The directive read in part: when the camera operator engages a female applicant who may be wearing a low-cut blouse or dress, the camera operator ought to so focus the camera lens to capture the likeness of the applicant from atop the shoulders and or neck. Our intent is not to stir up an argument with applicants. The latest incident happened a week ago when a female attorney wearing a sleeveless dress was reportedly turned away from the Cable Beach Registration Center. Her case was one of several, which prompted reaction from Minister of Transport and Aviation, Glenys Hannah Martin, who left this post on Facebook.
There is a lack of education, and education of our rights, because people are actually walking away. For me personally, if I'm turned away, I'm not going anywhere. You would hear about me getting turned away. And so the fact that people feel comfortable, like they told me this and I'm going to leave, means they don't know their rights. And so I think just the lack of education, maybe in schools having mock voter processes so that we all know what to wear, what not to wear, what to do, what to bring. A lot of people are still asking these basic questions, and I think that's just missing from our basic understanding and basic education.
We're being inconsistent. Some registration stations are discriminating while some are not. And so the big confusion is, what is the stance? What should be happening? Communicate it to us. And why is it happening?
Hall could not pinpoint where exactly some revising officers got the idea of turning women away for so-called inappropriate attire. He's appealing to those who have been denied the right to register to vote to consider registering again.
The lawyer that was reported, I heard of an incident in Cable Beach post office. We spoke to that. Unfortunately, we asked her to come back to register. I'm not certain whether she did, but I saw she was open. She's just wearing an armhole dress, and she should not have been turned away.
So what type of action did you take to kind of like, really direct these people not to do such things?
To reprimand them. They're amazed we reprimand them. And the bottom line is all of these are seconded persons. We could simply return them back to the office, return them back to the department.
Okay.
Hall anticipates that such incidents won't happen again and is hoping that this country's already low registration numbers will not be impacted negatively. At last check, the count stood at 78,293. Women represent the largest number of people registering to vote in all age brackets. In the case of our Decoy, it appeared that Hall's message may be getting through.
After I took my photo, she then says, "Do you know that you're going to be naked on your photo?" And I said to her, "Okay." And then we proceeded back inside to where we would register. And the other, her colleague asked, does she know how her photo is going to come out? So she said, yes, I already told her. So she said, all right then. So I sat down and I continued the registration process.
Our Decoy was sleeveless but not voiceless. She and others we spoke to are encouraging Bahamians to be more aware of their constitutional rights and to exercise their right to vote. Charisma Robinson, ZNS Network News.